Muletrain!
And it is about time now for the Muletrain news program here on Reach Broadband Channel 6 as well as MuleshoeTV.com. Brought to you on this Friday, March the 6th, 2015 by Leal's Mexican Restaurant and the First Bank.
Be sure and turn your clock ahead 1 hour when you go to bed on Saturday night, because we go back to daylight savings time early on Sunday morning. So before you go to bed this Saturday night, be sure and turn all your watches and all your clocks ahead 1 hour, because it is getting to be spring, and in the spring we spring forward. Dr. Bill Wallace of Amarillo, who formerly owned the James Ranch House when it was located about 9 miles east of Muleshoe, just off of the Sudan Highway, died last week on Friday, February the 27th in Amarillo. The Lace family to live in the James Ranch House that I know of was Bill and Alice Lyles, and they rented from Dr. Wallace. He was a doctor of veterinary medicine and was 77 years of age when he died. The memorial service for Dr. William Stewart Wallace II will be held Friday afternoon, March the 6th, at the First Christian Church Chapel in Amarillo. He is survived by his wife, Charlene, of the home in Amarillo, and also his friends, Carl Rice, and 2 furry friends. Please remember Charlene Wallace, the wife of Dr. Bill Wallace of Amarillo, former owner of the James Ranch House, in your prayers. The graveside funeral services for Guadalupe McLevine, 89 of Houston, the sister of Irma Leal of Muleshoe, are still pending in Mercedes, Texas, but she will be buried next to her mother and father, Guadalupe Elias and Soldua, there. Lupe McLevine died Tuesday evening, shortly before 6 o'clock in Houston, in the hospital there. She had been hospitalized for quite some time and was going to be moved later that day into hospice care. Her body was cremated. She was born December 24th, 1925, and was a sister-in-law of Viola and Soldua, an aunt of Hector and Sergio Leal, and Roy and Freddie and Soldua, all of Muleshoe. She was preceded in death by her son, Frank, her parents, Senor and Senora Elias and Soldua, a sister, Fina Marquine, and a brother, Noe and Soldua of Muleshoe. Please remember Irma Leal and all of the family of Lupe McLevine in your prayers. The funeral services for Forrest Shannon, 71 of Lubbock, formerly of Muleshoe, and the brother-in-law of Bob Donaldson of Muleshoe, will be Friday afternoon at 4 in Rest Haven Abbey Chapel in Lubbock. He died February 28th of cancer in Lubbock, and he had been the manager of Town and Country, now Stripes, at the Crossroads here in Muleshoe, when he and his wife Linda Shannon lived here. They had been married 51 years. Also, he is survived by his 2 daughters, Lucretia Shannon and Sharon, and her husband Jim Gossett, both of Lubbock. Also, he had grandchildren and great-grandchildren as well. Linda Shannon, his wife, was the manager when they lived in Muleshoe of Alco, And speaking of Alco, of course, now Alco last week finally closed its doors here in Muleshoe. J.J. Gandera, a Muleshoe High School student athlete, has been named to the All-State Academic in basketball. Congratulations to you, J.J. Gandera. And along with J.J. Gandera making the Academic All-State in basketball, Gray Johnson, congratulations, Gray. And Blaine Shipman, congratulations also to you, Blaine. J.J. Gandera, Gray Johnson, and Blaine Shipman, Academic All-State in basketball from the Muleshoe Mules by district champions. And making All-District in 2-3A from the Muleshoe Mules basketball team, Dagan Dunham and Jason Flores. An honorable mention went to Danny Campus, All-District. Congratulations, Dagan, Jason, and Danny. It's time now for 5 Area Telephone West Plains Telecommunications to bring you the weather forecast for Muleshoe, Soudan, Amherst, Earth, and our entire area. 5 Area Telephone West Plains Telecommunications, that is your local telephone provider of modern telephone services. And they want to say congratulations to all the Muleshoe Mules by-district champions and also the Academic All-State Mules, J.J. Gandera, Gray Johnson, and Blaine Shipman, and to Dagan Dunham and Jason Flores, All-District from the Muleshoe Mules, and also honorable mention to Danny Campus. We're proud not just of the Muleshoe Mules, but also the Lady Mules, the area champions, and also all of our students in Muleshoe school system as well as all of our area school system. We're very proud of each one of you. Congratulations for your academic and athletic and also your many outstanding achievements in our area. And this message of pride from 5 Area Telephone, West Plains Telecommunications. And now the forecast.
Looking at our forecast for the Muleshoe area, it should be a very nice week or so here, as we will warm up slowly into middle of next week. Sunny with the high near 58 today on Friday for the Muleshoe area. West-southwest winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour. Mostly clear with the low around 24 degrees tonight. Mostly sunny on Saturday. High near 55 for the Muleshoe area. West winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour. Becoming south-southeast Saturday afternoon. Mostly cloudy Saturday night with a low around 31. Mostly sunny with a high around 62 for Sunday. West-southwest winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour. Then Sunday night, partly cloudy, low around 32. Mostly sunny on Monday with a high around 61 degrees. Partly cloudy Monday night, low around 33. Sunny on Tuesday, high near 65. South-southwest winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour. Tuesday night, mostly clear, low around 35. Then Wednesday, sunny, high around 70 degrees. Mostly clear. Wednesday night, low around 38. So we're really going to leave Wednesday's snowstorm behind, as we'll have a beautiful several days going into next week here for the Muleshoe area. And repeating, sunny with the high near 58 degrees. West-southwest winds around 5 to 10 miles per hour for Friday. Mostly clear, low around 24 for Friday night. Mostly sunny, high around 55 degrees for Saturday. Mostly cloudy with a low around 31 Saturday night. 5 Area Telephone, West Plains Telecommunications has presented to you this weather forecast.
The high in Muleshoe on Thursday was 45, the low 11, and on Friday morning at 7:30, it was 16 degrees at that time with a frosting of ice on the ground here. Everyone is invited to come on Saturday morning to eat breakfast at the Oneida Wagner Senior Citizen Center at 319 South Main here in Muleshoe. This is for the public, and it is a fundraiser for the Senior Citizen Center. They'll be serving homemade pancakes with all the trimmings from 7 in the morning until 11 at the center. And it will include not only your pancakes homemade, but sausage, bacon, also flavored syrup or sugar-free, either one. There'll be margarine, coffee, orange juice, and milk to drink. All you can eat at the Oneida Wagner Senior Citizen Center on Saturday morning, 7 to 11, and that is at Main and Avenue D in downtown Muleshoe. And this is for everyone, and it is always delicious. We'll be back with more Muletrain in a moment.
Chips are delicious. Have you been wasting time looking for a good meal? Well, go to Leal's Mexican Restaurant in Muleshoe at 1010 West American Boulevard and try the Irma's Special. If you are under 12, try the grilled cheese. You know Leal's in Muleshoe is the original Leal's Mexican restaurant. I highly recommend it. 5 generations of our family have eaten at Leal's. What did you say, Isla? Chips are delicious.
And this edition of the Muletrain News is being brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Food Restaurant, along with the First Bank, right here in Muleshoe, where they're proud to announce First Bank Online, www.fbmuleshoe.com. Transfer funds easily between accounts online, make loan payments, view current and previous statement activity, pay bills online with Bill Pay, banking anytime with 24/7 access. Call or come by to find out more about their online banking, 202 South 1st Street, 806-272-4515, right here in Muleshoe. First Bank is proud to announce First Bank Online, www.fbmuleshoe.com. The First Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
We want to say congratulations to the Phillies of Shallowater High School. They're down at San Antonio this weekend participating in the State of Texas Girls Basketball Tournament in the Alamo Dome. And we have a lot to be proud of from our district because in the first round at state, Shallowater beat Gerald 63-50. And Shallowater has been ranked before the season started as number 2 in the state of Texas, but we're going to guess they're going to wind up number 1. They will play Sunnyvale Saturday morning at 10 in the Astrodome. Good luck to the Phillies of Shallowater. Of course, in the quarterfinal round of region, Shallowater beat the Lady Mules down in the USA at Tech in Lubbock. Now, we have a lot of roots that go strong here in Muleshoe on that Phillies team. The point guard, number 23, is Morgan Bennett, and her mother is the former Crystal Angeli of Muleshoe, now Crystal Bennett of Shallowater. And of course, you can imagine that her grandmother, Pat Angeli of Muleshoe, is down in San Antonio this weekend to support her granddaughter and her teammates. And her aunt, also of Muleshoe, along with some of her children, Tiffany Boning of Muleshoe, also is in San Antonio. Ruby Henderson has a lot to be proud of on the team. Also, number 21 is her relative, Summer Pearson. So we are very proud of our district foes, the Shallowater Phillies, who are doing so well in the state tournament and won their first game on Thursday morning over Gerald. The Muleshoe Art Association will have their art show this spring, as always, at the Muleshoe State Bank, April 13th through the 17th. Entries will be taken on the 13th of April. The judge this year will be Jean Smith Hensley, and she will judge the show on April the 14th. The show will also be open to the public at the Muleshoe State Bank. The Art Association of Muleshoe has invited the Muleshoe High School art students of Sandy Chitwood to participate in a student category, and this will be something new, and the students will be judged separately. Because of University Interscholastic League rules, only ribbons will be awarded the students, but the adults will have prizes monetarily, as always. So Sandy Chitwood, Muleshoe High School art teacher, is very excited about her students participating this year at the Muleshoe State Bank in the Muleshoe Art Association's annual spring show. And don't forget, you can enter your artwork on April the 13th at the Muleshoe State Bank. Every Friday during the season of Lent, the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church of Muleshoe is having a fish fry, and this will be from 4:30 to 7 through March the 27th on Friday evenings. And they will also have carryouts available. Just call 806-272-4167. They're serving fish, baked potatoes or fries, beans, coleslaw, hush puppies, and dessert. It is for adults, $8 a plate, and for children under 10, it is $5 a plate. And that is at the Catholic Center, which is located next door to the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church at 805 Hickory here in the Morrison edition of Muleshoe, every Friday night through March the 27th.
The Muleshoe City Council will meet in regular session on Monday, March the 9th at 5:30 p.m. at the council chambers at City Hall. Among items on the agenda, they'll approve minutes of previous meetings from February 9th and February 27th. Consider resolution opposing legislative revenue caps. Consider hotel-motel tax fund requests from the Muleshoe Road Riders. Receive the February 2015 financial statement. Receive report from the Muleshoe Youth Advisory Council. Have administrative reports, including the city hosted a blood drive on February 25th, mayor and council remarks, and then they will adjourn. That's all going on in the Muleshoe City Council regular session meeting on Monday, March the 9th at 5:30 p.m. at the council chambers at Muleshoe City Hall. And, of course, you can look for that Monday night or Tuesday morning. You can find it on the front page of our website, muleshoetv.com, the video of this city council meeting, as well as rotating on Reach Broadband Channel 6.
At the Oneida Wagner Senior Citizen Center, they will have their monthly board meeting Monday at noon after lunch at 12:30. The public is always welcome, Rhonda King, an employee at the center, says. Also, on Wednesday morning, or Wednesday afternoon actually, at 12:30, they're going to play Farkle. And that's a new one on me. But I remember some, especially ladies, love to play Farkle. 12:30 Wednesday at the Oneida Wagner Senior Citizen Center, Main and Avenue D. And, of course, on next Thursday afternoon at 1:30, they will play bingo. You're always invited to the noonday weekly meals, 11:30 to 1 at the center. No muss, no fuss, just good eating, and it's nutritious too. Dr. Gene Sheets resigned Monday night at the Muleshoe School Board after 15 years of serving the Muleshoe ISD as superintendent. Now, Dr. Sheets will start next school semester with the Lubbock Christian University as director of the superintendent's program in the graduate education department at LCU in Lubbock. He also informs us that he will be staying connected with area schools by providing certain educational services to several school districts. Good luck to Dr. and Mrs. Gene Sheets of Muleshoe, and as he leaves after 15 years, our Muleshoe School District. Also, he received his PhD from Tech after coming to Muleshoe, and that was in 2009. The freshman class of Muleshoe High School is selling red apple frozen cookie dough, pies, and cheesecake. If you're interested in purchasing one of these, please contact any freshman student at Muleshoe High School or Sandy Chitwood, who is their sponsor or one of their sponsors, or you can call weekdays during school hours the Muleshoe High School to place your order for cookie dough, pies, or cheesecake. They're taking these orders through this Sunday. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a jiffy.
This Monday, March the 9th at 6 p.m., there will be an auction here in Muleshoe sponsored by the Arrowhead Trading Company. The auction will be right here in Muleshoe at 213 East 3rd Street, right across from the post office. They're now taking consignments for this auction: antiques, furnitures, household items, vehicles, equipment, tack, and more. Preview of the items will be Sunday, March the 8th from 2 until 5 p.m. and then Monday, March 9th, 4 until the beginning of the sale. For more information, you can contact Justin Morris at 806-789-5833 or Casey Morris, 806-241-2917. Arrowhead Trading Company will have an auction right here in Muleshoe on Monday, March the 9th at 6 p.m. at 210 East 3rd Street, right across the street from the Muleshoe Post Office. They're now taking consignments of antiques, furniture, household items, vehicles, equipment, tack, and more. For more information, contact Justin Morris, 806-789-5833, or Casey Morris, 806-241-2917. Preview of the items will begin Sunday, March the 8th from 2 until 5 p.m., then Monday, March 9th, 4 until the beginning of the sale, which begins Monday, March 9th at 6 p.m., 210 East 3rd Street here in Muleshoe, across the street from the post office. Fry & Cox here in Muleshoe, 410 South 1st Street, has a brand new Facebook page. Make sure to go by and like it, and tell your friends to go by and like it as well. Facebook.com/Fry & Cox, where they have tons of new items like circle, e-candles, crosses, and home decor, picture frames, rosary beads, Bible carriers, purses, and much, much more. At Fry & Cox here in Muleshoe, 410 South 1st Street. Make sure to go by and like their Facebook page, Facebook.com/Fry & Cox, 410 South 1st Street here in Muleshoe. Keep up with what's going on at Fry & Cox on their Facebook page. That's Facebook.com/Fry & Cox.
Muleshoe Fine Arts Night to Shine is this coming Monday night at the Muleshoe High School Commons area from 5:30 to 7. They'll serve a dinner: brisket, beans, potatoes, rolls, sopapilla cheesecake with tea or water to drink. Also, starting at 7, the choir and the band will both be performing. And the art students of Sandy Chitwood will have on display their artwork in the commons area as well. Then the one-act play of Hamlet will be presented at 8 o'clock on Monday evening at the Carrymore Auditorium of Muleshoe High School. And for all, the meal, the band, the choir, the art exhibit, and the one-act play, it's only $9 per ticket. Now, the meal will be dine-in only. There will be no takeouts provided. You can purchase your tickets now from any fine arts student, choir, drama, band, or art of Muleshoe High School. The annual Muleshoe High School Fine Arts Night to Shine starts at the MHS Commons area Monday evening at 5:30. And that's when the meal will be served from 5 to 7. Then the band and choir performs at 7 and the one-act play of Hamlet at 8 o'clock. Ashley Turnbow is a candidate for District 4 on the Muleshoe School Board, and she is going to go up against the incumbent Sergio Leal. Now, she was the last one last week on Friday afternoon to file as a candidate. Now, in the city, in District 2 special election, you can still file for that position through Monday afternoon at 5 at the Muleshoe City Hall with Leanne Gallman, City Secretary. And there is already a candidate that has filed for the District 2 special election in the city, and that is Matt Davis. Also in the city election, we will be having a mayoral election. Incumbent Cliff Black is opposed by Irene Mason. Also in the city, there will be several more special elections, and that includes the legal sale of all alcoholic beverages for off-premises consumption only. Also, reauthorizing the street maintenance sales tax, and a charter amendment election will be held as well. The last day for you to register to vote and be eligible to vote in these elections in the city or in the school board will be April the 9th. Election day is May the 9th at City Hall. And you have to live, of course, in the city limits of Muleshoe and be a registered voter to vote in the city election. In the school board, you have to be a registered voter and live in the Muleshoe Independent School District. On our prayer list, please remember Danny Ramirez, one of our fine Muleshoe City mail carriers, who's having shoulder surgery Friday at North Star Surgical Center in Lubbock. That's Danny Ramirez. Also, a prayer of thanksgiving that Daryl Embry is at home and doing so well after his procedure at Hart Hospital in Lubbock. Phyllis Angley, however, is still, after 3 weeks, at Covenant Medical Center in Lubbock, according to her daughter, Gina Wilkerson, here in Muleshoe. Phyllis has had 3 surgeries and is still in Covenant Medical Center. We talked with Scott Simmons, the father of little Hannah Simmons, and he tells us that Hannah continues to improve and they appreciate your prayers. Hannah is able to go every Wednesday to school at Mary DeShazo, and then on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, she's in Lubbock undergoing physical therapy and improving. So that is a prayer of thanksgiving for little Hannah Simmons. We haven't had on our prayer list for a while our servicemen and women, so please remember each one of them in your prayers and their families as well. Now, some of them who live or have Muleshoe ties include T.J. Brantley, Dusty Turner, Joel Coward, Ranger King, Michael Woodard, Brad and Bo Henry, Joel Cowart, John Clement, Judd Glover, Taylor and Meg Ford, Nathan Gunner, Russ Trotter, and Morgan Young. Those are just some that we know of right now. You can always add others to our list of servicemen and women and their families. Remember Billy Wilton of Fort Sumner, the father of Donna J. of Muleshoe, Clayton Myers, Eugene Redwine, and Walter Marie Boness, both in the Running Water Care Center over in Olton. Vicki Stovall Perry of Canton, formerly of Muleshoe, her husband Paul, and their family, and her mother Linda Stovall, all here of Muleshoe. She has lymphoma and started her chemotherapy last week on Friday. Vicki Stovall Perry is a 1974 graduate of Muleshoe High School. Johnny Atkinson of Farwell remains in Covenant Medical Center in Lubbock. And please remember Johnny, his wife Diane, and all of their family in your prayers. Our last word from Donna Green on Thursday was that Johnny Atkinson is a little improved. We're glad to report that. Phyllis Carrion, Francis Miramontes, her husband Philip, and their family. Delmer Clements and his wife Pat, and their family. Delmer has lymphoma and is undergoing chemo in Lubbock. Larry Thornton is home from Baylor Hospital in Dallas, and he is awaiting having a heart transplant. Keith Berman and his son Scott, always in our prayers as well. The family of 60-year-old Benny Coussat of Lubbock, formerly of Muleshoe. He was the son of Margie Hawkins, the late Margie Hawkins of Muleshoe, and he was killed on Sunday evening near Rankin in a tragic accident. He is also the brother of Paula Madrid, Janie Gibbons, Linda Johnson, and Susie Souter, and Donna Oakley. The family of John H. Puckett, and the family of Lyndon Huckabee, formerly of Muleshoe, whose funeral was in Winters recently. Ruth Briscoe and Helen Free and her husband Bobby and their family. Well, it's about time for us to go now on the Muletrain News. So get up there, Little Red. Come on, Corina. Grayson, get up here and ride with us. He's been visiting us this week from Taos, New Mexico, and he's headed to Magdalena, where he will be a permanent employee on the U.S. Forest Service, and we are so proud of him. We are enjoying Grayson's visit. Underlay, Monkey Paw, Julia Gray, Isla Ann, Olay.
There's a plug of tobacco for a rancher in Corona, a guitar for a cowboy way out in Arizona, aggressive calico for a pretty Navajo. Get along, you.
And this Friday, March the 6th, 2015 edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by the First Bank along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. Of course, you can hear it rotating for the next couple of days on Reach Broadband Channel 6. Find the last 10 Muletrain News programs available on demand, free of charge, anytime you want to listen to them on our website, muleshoetv.com. Click on the Muletrain News link at the top center of the page. We know a lot of you out there on the cable don't get on Facebook or Twitter or online at all, so we thought we would share with you what we posted this morning. Recently, I filmed the creepy sound of a barn owl screeching. I looked up overhead one evening as the sun had just gone down, and there were some barn owls, about 3 or 4 of them flying overhead here in town in Muleshoe, and one of them screeched at the perfect right time, so we'll let you listen to that. This is the creepy sound of a barn owl screeching here as it flew overhead in Muleshoe. So there you go. That was a barn owl screeching here in Muleshoe that I filmed recently. You can find that as we shared it Friday morning on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Gil Lamb. Also, bottom left corner in our Twitter feed, MuleshoeTV.com. The swing bed program is now available at the Muleshoe Area Medical Center for the patient who is no longer in need of acute medical care but is not yet comfortable functioning independently at home. It's for rehab following major surgery such as knee or hip replacement, diabetes, cancer, CHF, and more. Call the Muleshoe Area Medical Center for more information on the swing bed program, 806-272-4524.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. A Rotary Club meets in the State Capitol building. Details in a moment on The Sound of Texas.
And the Sounds of Texas are brought to you here on Reach Broadband Channel 6 by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, as well as on our website, MuleshoeTV.com. And Bailey County Electric is celebrating 75 years of rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area, with offices in Muleshoe as well as in Morton. The board of directors, the members, the employees, the manager, CEO, David Markle. I hope that you enjoy the Sounds of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
A Rotary Club in Austin has a unique distinction.
The Capital of Texas Rotary Club is the only Rotary Club that meets on the grounds of the state capitol in the United States.
The club was founded in 2002. Rudy England is the incoming president.
We meet every Wednesday. We meet in the Capitol Grill on floor 1. That's where we meet every Wednesday morning at 7:30 in the morning. It's an early rising club.
Why 7:30?
Well, most of the people who are in the club are either employees or attorneys or somebody that works in or around the Capitol building. And so most of us, have jobs during the day, and during the session, of course, the legislators are in session around lunchtime. They'll go working through lunchtime. So having it early in the morning so everybody can get in and be at the meetings and then go on about the rest of their day, we're always out by 8:30.
The club gets some outstanding speakers.
That's really what our club is known for. Because of our location and the people who are in our club, we're able to bring in speakers who can really speak to issues that are informative about state government. Of course, we're close to the University of Texas, so we get professors from the University of Texas to come speak to us. All the reporters that cover Capitol News, most of them or many of them have been speakers. Obviously, the legislators themselves, we have them come speak to us on occasion, and members of their staffs. And one of the speakers coming up for us this year is the state demographer, who will tell us all about, how Texas is changing and what that means for what we're going to have to do as a state in order to accommodate those changes.
Rudy has been a member of the club 4 years. Before that, he was a member of the Space Center Rotary Club in Houston. Rudy works in the Capitol building.
Right now, I am the chief clerk and general counsel for the Investments and Financial Services Committee in the House of Representatives.
The club has 22 members.
Anybody's welcome, and we do have people who come and visit our club. Of course, a lot of legislators are Rotarians themselves, and so it's an opportunity for them to be able to make up.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.
Don't miss the planner clinic that will be held on Wednesday, March the 11th from 9 a.m. till 3:30 p.m. at the Castro County Expo in Dimmitt, 405 Southeast 4th Street. Everybody is welcome. They ask that you please reserve your seat by Monday, March the 9th. You can call the AgriLife Extension at 806-647-4115 in Dimmitt, or Rayleigh Equipment, 806-647-3324. Seating is limited. There will be a lunch catered by Danny's Fins and Hens, so register today. They will have speakers Missy Bauer, Dr. Peter Dautre from Texas A&M AgriLife Research, and Texas Tech University weed scientist. He'll be discussing how to effectively manage your resistant weeds. And Adam Hickson from the BASF Corporation will be addressing innovative solutions to providing optimal level of crop production. They will also talk about how to identify a good stand and set your goals for the planting execution, how to evaluate the soundness of your planter, how to set your planter for the best performance possible, how to manage weeds in a resistant situation, and how to optimize your crop protection levels with innovative technologies. That's the Planner Clinic on Wednesday, March 11th, 9 a.m. till 3:30 p.m. at the Castro County Expo in Dimmitt, 405 Southeast 4th Street. Reserve your seat by Monday, March the 9th. Call the AgriLife Extension office in Dimmitt 806-647-4115 or Rayleigh Equipment in Dimmitt 806-647-3324. Everyone is welcome. Again, reserve your seat by Monday, March the 9th. This planner clinic is Wednesday, March the 11th in Dimmitt. Time for the market report brought to you today by Stephen DeMint, financial advisor right here in Muleshoe with Edward Jones, member SIPC, located in his offices at 104 West 2nd Street. Call 806-272-4102. Speak with Stephen. Branch Office Administrator Dana Rempe or part-time BOA Kenitha Foster. The market report was recorded this Friday, March the 6th, 2015 at 11:15 a.m.
This is Dana Rempe of Edward Jones, member of the New York Stock Exchange Incorporated, bringing you the daily financial market report. U.S. stocks are trading lower as investors digest February's jobs report that indicates an interest rate hike could come sooner rather than later. The latest jobs report showed that the U.S. added 295,000 jobs in February, and the unemployment rate dropped to 5.5%, the lowest rate in almost 7 years. In corporate news, Apple will join the Dow Jones Industrial Average this month, replacing AT&T. U.S. bonds are lower to start the day as positive economic data is released, anticipating the Fed will raise rates this year. So far this morning in the S&P 500, the best performing sector is financials, while the worst performing sector is utilities. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is down 181 points to 17,954. The S&P 500 index is down 19 to 2,081, and the Nasdaq Composite Index is down 36 to 4,946. This morning, volume on the New York Stock Exchange is moderate, with 322 million shares traded. Decliners are outnumbering advances by roughly a 5-2 margin. In commodities, the spot price of gold is down $22 to $1,176. The spot price of silver is down 31 cents to $15.91, and crude oil prices are down 74 cents to $50.02. In bond markets, the 30-year Treasury yield is currently 2.84%, and the 10-year Treasury yield is 2.23%. In stocks of local interest, Apple is up $1.49 to $127.90. ConocoPhillips is down 4 cents to $63.29. Johnson & Johnson is down $1.85 to $167. AT&T is down 49 cents to $33.52. Pfizer is down 64 cents to $33.84. Target is down $1.16 to $77.04. Xcel Energy is down $1.04 to $33.89. ExxonMobil is down 65 cents to $86.09. Walmart is down 89 cents to $82.68. Procter & Gamble is down $1.71 to $82.92. Caterpillar is down 90 cents to $80.61. And Occidental Petroleum is down $1.03 to $75.74. This is Dana Rempe of Edward Jones, member SIPC, serving individual investors with personalized attention and long-term financial advice at 104 West 2nd Street in Muleshoe. Daily commentary is also located on our website at edwardjones.com.